Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. I'm back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So I thought I was done with recording for the day. Turns out Raid were like, oh, by the way, we've got a bit more news. We've got another Shard event coming in. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell us a minute ago when we did the last video? Anyway, we are where we are. So tomorrow we've got Clan v Clan coming in. There's no personal rewards. So it's not like a all-in for a lot of the big boy clans. I've already spoken about the guaranteed epic champions that could be summoned. So you might be summoning shards anyway if you want some of those. But they're doing 2 different champions alongside it as 10 times. So you're pulling shards anyway if you want the guaranteed. And you've got a slight better chance of getting these couple of champions alongside it. So tomorrow, they're going to be doing through Ancients and Sacreds. If anybody has got any shards left, this is what you can get yourself. It is, I guess, yeah, I mean, one of the best legendary champions in the game, right? SHARD, absolutely beast mode champion. He's a great all-rounder. He comes in and forms some of the best kind of clan boss 2-for-1 teams that are out there. He's good in the arena. He's great in Hydra. Like, he is a top-tier champion. Yeah, fast, good damage on this dude. He's got an A1, which attacks one enemy and does a heal, like just a straight-up heals. If there's Leech out there, though, he will attack any enemy with Leech as well. Hits one, then hits everybody else with Leech. And it also counts as though they're all single target hits rather than AoEs. There's none of that Hydra reducing damage with that A1. It hits hard, it hits fast. He's got an A2, which gives increased speed and crit damage for your team. And because you get an extra turn here and it's on a 3-turn cooldown, he's basically one of the few champions that can just keep increased speed up all the time. He's also giving True Fear and Leech to the enemies. That's where your Leech comes from for the A1. True Fear as well, so 50-50. Are they going to move or not? I guess he pairs up well now with this new Fortis, albeit Fortis is a bit lame-ish. Certainly not what we hoped he would be. And then we've got an A3, which is a smack on a 3-turn. If you book him out, 100% chance of stealing the buffs before he attacks. And then he places heal reduction in return. You do need accuracy for these things. He gives himself a couple of heals as well. Does make him a bit of a head of mischief target tank, potentially, because he gives himself 2 extra buffs that he's not giving everyone else in your team. That's quite nice, by the way. If you can just focus the head of mischief onto someone, it makes it a lot easier for you to control who needs resistance and who doesn't. Also, once he's stolen these buffs away and then hits, he does 50% more damage. This A3 can smack as well. Attack in dungeons. So SHARD, look, he's a great champion if you pull him. Would I suggest like going out of your way just to pull shards in this moment for this dude on a 10 times? Probably not. But if you're pulling shards anyway for the guaranteed, who knows, you might get lucky and grab yourself a SHARD. The second one, though, is slightly better chances of getting legendary void champions when you're on a 10 times. What I mean by that is, if you get a legendary, there's a better chance that you get the 10 times legendary than if you're doing normal shards. There's just fewer legendaries in the pool. So if you throw 10 in, you've got a better chance of grabbing the one you actually are looking for. So this is the big boy who's coming in on the 10 times for the Wednesday. So when you're going after the Dryad Nia, you could get yourself a Solus at the same time. This is still the king of the defensive nuke. He's still the best one. There's others now which rival him, which we haven't really had for a while. You know, Ragash is up there. I think there's a couple of others which are pretty damn solid too. But Solus, as far as I can see, still the best. Yeah. He's got an A1 which can stun. Good control for an A1. 50%. That's actually really high for an A1 stun. He's got an A2, attacks 3 times at random. Each time, he books up to 100% chance of just clearing off the buffs, yeah, and placing a provoke. So it's actually a really good A2. It's really solid. Provoke can't be resisted. So, yeah, if a buff was removed, pretty solid. And in the A3 is an AoE. This is one that hits really hard. So increases the duration of all debuffs on enemies, then places a provoke, places a shield on this champion equal to some of his damage, but the damage increases for each debuff on the target. So if you've got 3 or 4 debuffs going on, if you put him with like a Calvalax, he's throwing out 4. Then someone puts drop defense out there as well. Solus absolutely smacks. Yeah, he's just an absolute machine of damage. So yeah, he's a really fun champion. I guess he's probably a bit outscaled. I don't know if outscaled's right. Just generally in terms of like meta, he was in for a bit. Generally now you've got champions like Baron, pretty much anyone who ignores defense. Yeah, so this guy still needs a bit of setup, whereas, you know, Baron is basically like that. Are you there? Have you got some decent gear on? Okay, everybody is dead. Yeah, so this guy doesn't quite do that. He needs a bit more setup than that. Does have defense in faction crypts. I think that's probably the weakest of the auras, honestly. But it is a massive number, 44%. But yeah, I think just faction crypts or just Doom Tower generally, you know, it just doesn't get used as much. But good champion, massive base stats. And yeah, it's up to you if you're going to pull shards during this event or not. You might pull shards for the guaranteed. And if you happen to get one of these legendaries alongside it, great. There you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. Hopefully that's it for today. I'll catch you later.